G'day there, once again viewers, this is your mate Kamikaze78 here, and today guys, we've just gotta ask the question, what the hell is happening on Esamir? Over the last month or so, some keen-eyed community members have been noting a plethora of tidbits that have been showing up on particularly Esamir and Sanctuary that suggest that a pretty major event is about to hit the world of Araxis. Now this is coming off the back of the development live stream that ran, I think, 2-ish months ago now, where they showed off some early concepts of the new mandate system that they are currently working on. Rel particularly mentioned the possibility for this system to include lore elements and maybe even bring major changes to the continents of Araxis that relate to a story per se. And well, when you look at what the community has been uncovering so far, we have a bit that we can speculate from as to what's coming with the next major game update. Now first and foremost, we have the Esamir Northeastern Warp Gate. Keen observers will note that it is flickering. There are cracks in the shield, and one of the pylons appears to be damaged. Now, is this a direct result of combat, or is there something else at play here? Well, so far it sort of depends on who you ask, because if you look out the window of Sanctuary, you'll notice that there is a huge electrical storm approaching the continent of Esamir. The first of its kind, really, that's been able to be observed in such a fashion on Araxis, thanks to the deployment of the Sanctuary space station. What's the storm capable of in terms of damage to the continent? We don't know. But if you look at the hologram of the planet of Araxis in the quote-unquote war room in the Sanctuary, it's hard to miss the giant warning sign currently pulsating over Esamir. So the impending weather event has clearly got some people at Nanite Systems a bit concerned. It's possible that this weather event could also be responsible for the initial reports of lower than usual temperatures on Esamir as the conflict rages on, with new bulletins in Sanctuary reading that the demand for insulated clothing has increased to combat the colder temperatures. In addition, new conglomerate soldiers have been reported abandoning mining operations as their equipment continued to freeze in these new temperatures. So something funky is clearly going on here. But the ongoing war has certainly been having what could be called a considerable impact on Araxis in its own ways as well. Most notably, seismic activity below the surface of the planet has been recorded occurring at an increased rate, which, considering the more liberal use of orbital strikes lately, the planet is sure going to be taking a beating at the moment. Maybe Mother Nature is looking to fight back soon. In addition, the ongoing fighting has seen Warp Gate stability drop further, according to Nanite Systems scientists. As a result, the spawn matrix is starting to show signs of strain, potentially causing issues to keeping troops on the field. This endless war on Araxis is taking its toll on the technology and the planet that acts as the catalyst for the war to take place. The question that now remains is, how will it evolve over the coming months? Mr. Chris Bishop, over on Twitter, who is one of the 3D artists over at Rogue Planet Games currently, tweeted out a photo of some Nanite Systems ice picks, which are normally used for climbing. His tweet reading, "Anyone heading to Esamir soon? It's dangerous to go alone. Take this." And in addition, the lead environment and principal artist over at RPG, Alan Lapidus, tweeted out a photo of a large looming structure that has left the community pondering for weeks as to what its function might be. Some suggest it's a unit cannon, some believe it might be a new schematic making its way to the hands of avid base builders, some believe it's a new weapon to combat the presence of the looming Bastion fleet carriers. Some believe it's a new solar array that may act as the backbone of a new and upcoming facility. It could very well be a facility aimed to combat the current climate anomalies that are taking place over the frozen continent. One thing is certain though, something big is going to happen to Esamir, and until we hear more, we are left to speculate as to what this might mean. There have been some pretty mad speculations circulating within the community, but there is one that I think that is pretty bang on so far. I think we have our Esamir rework coming, and a pretty major one at that. The way in which there is a major electrical storm coming, and the way in which seismic activity is increasing on the world suggests that we have a major weather event coming that is going to impact the way the continent looks and plays. There is, in particular, a lot of talk around the possibility of underground tunnel systems and bases, and based on what we've seen so far, I don't think that's really a tall order right now. The talk of NC deep mining operations, the talk of seismic activity below the continent, and the tease of these ice picks suggests to me that we are very well going to see some underground content coming in this next major update. And that would certainly add a unique element to the continent that hasn't really been seen before on a continental scale. I mean, sure, we've had the famed subterranean analysis facility, or the Ickenham Biolab that got a makeover as underground facilities, but we have never seen a continent that has some serious underground designs that sees combined arms combat in these huge underground cave systems. And I want to make that clear. If we do see underground combat come to Esamir, I would love it to be inclusive of vehicle gameplay. And when I say that, I don't mean I want vehicles to have easy access to farming an infantry spawn point or shelling a capture point that infantry are battling over. Right now, vehicles, especially ground vehicles, are a bit objectiveless, I think. They serve primarily to kill infantry spawn options and farm infantry when they can, but we have some bases now on the continents already that have vehicle capture points, where vehicles can actively participate and have a meaningful impact on the objective of capturing an actual continent. I personally would love to see more bases that are larger in scale, with some capture points dedicated to vehicle battles, to allow the players who want to get into the armor side of the game to actually contribute in a way that helps their fellow brothers in arms who are fighting tooth and nail on the smaller capture point rooms. You know, guys, I've made it absolutely no secret that I think that the way the game plays at times very much revolves around these, seemingly massive facilities, but the only part that really matters are these small capture point rooms that only really comfortably accommodate for 12 to 24 player sized battles. I would love to see this potential Esamir rework really double down on the combined arms large scale battles that this game is meant to reflect. But by that same token, everything I've talked about in this video is entirely based on speculation. I could be wrong about everything I've mentioned in this video, so please take it with a grain of salt, guys. I'm kind of letting my creative juices run a little wild here today, and I guess we will hear a more official word on plans soon. RPG, please, you have us keen. Like, come on, just some more. I want more teasers. I want to hear more. But no matter what form this Esamir rework comes in, I really hope the developers do double down on making sure that the grand scale and combined arms element of PlanetSide and what makes PlanetSide special is really considered. Give us more areas that encourage, platoon on platoon battling each other, but not in the sense of trying to jam 96 people into a tiny ass room where you physically can't fit them all in there. That to me isn't exactly what PlanetSide really should be. But I also know that my opinions can be quite controversial lately. All you need to do is look at my Firestorm video and yeah, you can see the comment section and how crazy that got. But guys, I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think is happening to Esamir. Do we think we're going to see a continent rework? Do we think it's something a little bit more minor? What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed today's video, a backing of the like button would be greatly appreciated, and if you're new here, consider backing that subscribe button whilst you're at it, guys, for more content as I can punch it out. Once again, guys, it means the world. Take care, and I hope you guys have an absolute good one. Peace out, guys. See you later.